Sometimes, heroes don't wear capes. They just disappear quietly after saving someone's life. And today, I'll tell you the story of a man who did exactly that. A humble single father, whose heart was bigger than his struggles. And a billionaire who never forgot the man who saved her. So if you believe in fate, sacrifice, and the unexpected ways life can change, stay with me till the end. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs hope today. It was a rainy night in the city. The streets glistened under the streetlights, and traffic was heavier than usual. On one particular stretch of road, a black luxury car had spun out of control, slamming against the guardrail. Smoke hissed from the hood, sparks flying, and within seconds, flames began to curl from beneath the bonnet. Inside was Alina Gray, a young billionaire and CEO of a tech empire. To the world, she was known as untouchable, beautiful, powerful, and seemingly unshakable. But in that moment, trapped inside her burning car, she was terrified and utterly helpless. Her driver had gone to get help moments before, but the flames were spreading too fast. Then, through the sheets of rain, a figure ran toward her. It was Daniel, a single dad in his early 30s. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. He was just a man walking home after a long shift at the auto garage. Life had been cruel to him. His wife had passed away 2 years earlier, leaving him alone with his 7-year-old daughter, Lily. Every day was a battle. To pay the bills, to keep food on the table, and to be both mother and father to his little girl. But when Daniel saw the burning car, none of that mattered. He ripped open the half-jammed door, ignoring the searing heat against his arms. Alina coughed, choking on smoke, her eyes wide with fear. Without hesitation, Daniel unbuckled her, pulled her free, and carried her out just as flames erupted across the vehicle. The car exploded behind them, lighting up the night sky, but Alina was safe. Because of him. For a moment, they locked eyes. Her world, usually so full of business deals and boardrooms, narrowed to one face. This man soaked in rain, burned and bruised, yet holding her like she was the most important thing in the world. But before she could ask his name, before she could thank him, he slipped away into the crowd that had gathered. He didn't wait for recognition, reward, or even gratitude. Daniel vanished, just like he had appeared. The next day, the news was everywhere. Billionaire CEO rescued in ferry crash. Pictures of Alina standing near the wreck circulated, but the identity of her rescuer was unknown. She gave statements, offered rewards, and pleaded for the man to come forward. But Daniel never did. Why? Because his life wasn't about glory. He had one purpose, his daughter. Fame or attention would only complicate their simple existence. He couldn't risk Lily being dragged into the spotlight. So he remained silent. But fate wasn't done with them. A week later, at a small elementary school, Alina walked into the modest parent-teacher meeting. She had sponsored the school years ago, and this time, she had come in person to check progress. And there, sitting on a tiny chair beside his daughter, was the man she had been searching for. Daniel. At first, she didn't believe it. What were the odds? But then Lily looked up at her father and whispered, "Daddy, that's the lady from TV." Daniel froze. He had hoped their paths would never cross again, but Alina wasn't going to let him walk away this time. After the meeting, she approached him. "It was you," she said softly. "You saved me." Daniel tried to shrug it off. Anyone would have done the same. "No," she insisted, her voice trembling. "Not everyone. You risked your life for mine. Why did you leave?" Daniel looked at his daughter, then back at Alina. "Because my life isn't about being noticed. My little girl is all I have. I didn't want the world knocking on our door." Alina's eyes softened. For a woman who had everything, mansions, private jets, endless money, she realized she had nothing close to what this man had: pure love, sacrifice, and humility. From that day, their lives became unexpectedly connected. Alina started helping at the school more often, partly for charity, partly for reasons she wouldn't admit. She got to know Lily, who quickly adored her. And slowly, despite Daniel's resistance, Alina found herself becoming part of their small, humble world. But the real struggle came when Daniel's hardships grew heavier. His garage was shutting down, bills piled up, and Lily's health took a sudden downturn, an illness that required expensive treatment. Daniel broke down one night. silently crying where Lily couldn't see. He had saved a billionaire, yet he couldn't even save his own daughter. When Elena found out, she stepped in. Not with pity, but with genuine care. "Let me help," she said. "Not because I owe you, but because Lily deserves the world." Daniel, proud and stubborn, resisted at first, but love for his daughter outweighed his pride. He accepted. And that moment changed everything. The bond between them deepened. Alina saw the strength of a man who had nothing yet gave everything. Daniel saw the heart of a woman who had everything yet longed for something real. Still, there were challenges. Society questioned their friendship. The media tried to paint Daniel as a gold digger. Business partners warned Elena that associating with him would ruin her image. Daniel himself doubted he belonged in her world. But Elena didn't care. And when Lily finally recovered, Daniel realized something profound. It wasn't about worlds colliding. It was about building a new one, together. By the end of their journey, Elena stood before the press, holding Daniel's hand proudly. "This man saved my life once," she said. "But more than that, he reminded me what life is truly about: love, sacrifice, and family." And as Daniel looked at his daughter, smiling between them, he knew this wasn't just about rescuing a billionaire. It was about rescuing each other. From loneliness, from emptiness, from a life without meaning. So, my friends, sometimes the greatest heroes are ordinary people who ask for nothing in return. And sometimes, the richest people in the world are not the ones with billions in their bank account, but those with love in their hearts. If this story touched you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs hope today. Because love, sacrifice, and courage, those are things worth spreading.